Welcome to this video on ITSA, IT Skills Assessment. Here you'll see what it looks like to use our tool through SFIA assessments. In this short slideshow, you'll hear about the structure of SFIA and how that is used within our application. Logging in, using the assessments, what you need to do in order to fill out the assessment reports, and to submit to your manager your evidence, your comments, and even submitting for review. We can also load any training requirements through your development room and set tasks for any skills gaps. Here we have the SFIA framework and how this is utilized within the ITSA tool. Firstly, SFIA is used throughout the world in over 200 countries, and it provides a common language for the leveling of an organizational technical skills. It allows you to allocate the level of responsibility per role using the attributes. With those attributes, you can then pick over 147 skills in a number of levels. Each of those levels are seen as the organizational position of each role. Then we're able to view each skill code. That skill code indicates a description which will allow the individual to assess themselves. We use our IT Skills Assessment tool in order to deliver an online portal. With that portal, we can submit any comments and evidence in reference to our competency. That means we are looking at how we can close the gaps and have a more proficient and competent workforce. Easy access to our website to utilize the ITSA portal. Validateskills.com. In the right hand side you have a simple login button, or simply click the ITSA logo on the right hand side of our homepage. To get into the ITSA portal, we have the simple sign-on through email address and a password sent to you on setup. We do now have CAPTCHA. Simply add the CAPTCHA code into the page provided, and then a security code will be sent to your email for easy access. That verification code will be a 6-digit number. You can reset that, but it will expire within a number of seconds. We are now into your dashboard. The dashboard here will allow you to change, if required, any language, any translation needed. The most important thing is to look at the report that has been allocated to your account by clicking the Edit Report. So upon clicking your report, you will see the edit buttons for attributes and skills. These tabs will allow you to click through the 5 attributes and the skills allocated to your role. Here you see the skills page. Once you've finished with the attributes, on the skills page in the green bar are all the skills mapped to your role. Each of those skills are represented by a 4-digit code. Click through each of those skill codes so that you can read the descriptions and the overall meaning and assess yourself whether you feel you have the right skills or whether there are any needs in development or training. If you feel you are competent, then add comments as to why, or even upload evidence. Just to point out the color coding we use, when you first start, we call it the green report because everything aligns to your mapped role. So green indicates it's an exact fit. If you see any yellows or ambers, this means that the skill has been changed either up or down from the skill level required. If you see a grey, it means it's a grey area. It's 2 or more levels away from the required level of the skill. If you see any blue, which we indicate as a cold skill, it's either outside of the mapped role or it has been added either by the manager or by the employee. It's important to indicate how competent you feel against the skill descriptor or the attribute descriptor. There is a slide bar provided 0 to 100. When you first look into your report, it will be at 0. You must move the slide bar to indicate how competent you feel against the descriptions shown. In your assessment report, the mapped role will indicate the skills, but if you feel there are certain skills that you do carry out within your role and is not shown or represented, you can simply add by clicking the blue Add or Remove Skills. Green skills highlighted represent those within the mapped role, and if you choose to add a skill, please add a comment as to why you've added another skill outside of the mapped roles. After you have worked through both the attributes and the skills, and you've completed your competency slide bars, added evidence, added comments, you can then submit to your verifier. This may be the manager, your line manager within an organization, or an independent assessor. Simply click the Submit for Verification at the top of the screen. We do provide you with a view of all of your details. If you click Development Room, you can see any comments added by the verifier or all of your documents and each of your competency slide bar scores. You can even look at your natural progressive career path, which would normally be the next step up in your organization within your department. In Skills Log, we provide you with a repository to load any skills that you have, any qualifications that you have, whether it's past tense or whether you aspire to or wish to acquire other skills or training that you have seen and wish to present to your manager. As part of the assessment, we also provide a career pathway. Quite simply, all of the mapped roles within your organization listed via department. When you view those departments, every role that has been mapped will be visible, and you'll be able to see each of the skill details of each role and therefore make a decision as to how that aligns to your career. A feature of it is Task Log. Quite simply, if there is a development requirement or training request, you can simply add as a task so that you can keep a track of your development in a particular area. This is helpful if there is a skills gap represented by your competency. Thank you for taking your time to watch this short video. If you have any inquiries, please email inquiries@validateskills.com. One of our representatives will get back to you.